Hasbunallah. Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billahi al-azim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for protection, running away from shaitan to Allah. We're saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Although we just finished our zikr, let's renew our shahadat one more time. Saying, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. With that shahadat, we will find safety. With that shahadat, Insha'Allah Rahman, we will come out from this ghaflat station that 21st century man we are sink under. We are asking support from our Shaykh to give us something, to say something that is going to benefit us. Because Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying, say something that is going to benefit you and others, or else keep silent. If it's up to us, we'd rather keep silent. But if it is a job that you may speak, then you must speak. We're asking for support, Insha'Allah. Alhumdulilah Rabbil Alameen. We are approaching the holy days, the holy month of Ramadan. That is going to come soon, Insha'Allah. We finished the Barat. When was it? Maybe less than a week ago. And Insha'Allah, may our Barat be accepted. May we get a good Barat. And we're going to now come into the month of the Ummah, isn't it? This is still the month of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And those who are keeping the month of Allah, Rajab, the month of the Prophet ﷺ, Shaban, holy, then when the month of Ramadan comes, we are going to take the benefit. You are going to feel the Rahmat. But that month is going to be different. That month is going to feel different. It's not going to be impossible for that month now to be a routine like any other month, except that you are not eating and drinking in the daytime. Impossible. You must feel something. Something must be sent to you. Days and nights, they are different. Your body starts changing. Your thinking starts changing. Your speech will start changing. Because the month of Ramadan that is coming comes with it so many holy events in reality in that month. The 27th, Insha'Allah Rahman, or the Laylatul Qadr, which is a hidden day. That is the day that the Holy Quran was revealed. That is the day that the Holy Quran was given to the Holy Prophet ﷺ to stay in this world until Qiyamah. Then later to be continuing. But not only the Holy Quran, awliya Allah, they are saying holy books were revealed in that month too. And if we have been preparing the month of Rajab and Shaban by keeping ourselves away from Malayani, things that don't concern us, keeping ourselves away from knowledge that doesn't benefit us, associations that don't benefit us, talk that don't benefit us, keeping ourselves clean, then we're going to enter into this month, into the month of Ramadan clean, and we're going to leave it clean. And that purity, that cleanliness is going to stay with us, Insha'Allah, till next Ramadan. Shukr, Alhamdulillah, we are thanking our Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and the Sultan al-Awliya and our Shaykh for making us to gather here one more time, one more night, one more holy night of Jummah, to make a zikr, to remember him, and to remember how much favor he has shown to us, especially us living in this country, that we have no right at all to complain for anything. When does a man complain? when the man forgets about Allah, man complains. When the man forgets about the favors of Allah, he starts complaining. When the man forgets about the favors of Allah, to count it every day, then he will start to complain. Because in our way, in Islam, for the mu'min, they are saying if you want to compare yourself always to someone who is better than you. Don't compare yourself to someone who is worse than you. 21st century man, everyone is a tyrant. Everyone is doing things that are not acceptable even in the animals' kingdom. But when you ask, everyone is claiming that they are, especially the Muslims, claiming that they have direct connection to Allah. Claiming that they are good ones. Claiming that I'm giving shahadat, I'm praying 5 times a day, I'm doing everything, so I'm a good one. But how good is that person if he is always comparing himself to someone who is worse than him? Of course he feels that he's going to become number one. If you compare yourself to someone worse than you, you're going to feel yourself that you are number one. Is that what Islam is teaching? Islam is saying, no. When you talk about your character, when you're looking at your good characteristics or bad characteristics, your spirituality, compare yourself to those who are better than you. Don't compare yourself to those who are worse than you. Compare yourself to the Sahabis. Compare yourself to the Tabi'in. Compare yourself to the Salihin and the Awliya Allah. Don't compare yourself with those ones who are committing wrong 24 hours. That time, man may think that he is a saint. But when it comes to dunya, the mu'min is supposed to compare himself not with someone who is better than him. In terms of spirituality, you compare to yourself better. But in terms of the dunya, you compare yourself to those ones, not those ones who are better than you. Compare yourself to those ones who have less than you. Compare yourself to those ones who have less than you. In that time, you're going to understand how much of a tyrant we have become, how much of ungrateful creatures we have become, how much of a complaining creature we have become. It brings us more faith and more taqwa. But this is the akhir of the akhir zaman. Everything is upside down. They're teaching us from young, if you want to compare yourself with the dunya, never compare yourself with those who have less than you. Always compare yourself to those who have more than you. So you must always be chasing after the dunya. But when it comes to akhirat matters, I'm not a murderer. I don't steal. I don't cheat. They're saying, they're teaching us, no, you're good. You're praying. You're doing things. It is completely upside down now. Because man, once he starts complaining about his Lord is not happy with him. Once he starts saying, shukr ya Rabbi, even when he is under very extreme difficulty, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at that time will boast to the angels about this servant of his that is going through so much difficulty, but he's still remembering Allah and giving shukr to Allah. Once that happens to a mu'min, very quickly now the doors will open. Very quickly now the rahmat will rain. Very quickly he will come out from that difficulty. Don't expect now for something to fall out from the skies. In these days, people become very spoiled. They are thinking, I have to see a miracle for me to have faith. No. Sahabe Kiram, so many of them, majority of them, they did not see miracles from the Prophet, but they believe in him. Those who are only living for the miracles, unusual things, then later when someone else shows them more unusual things, they may change their faith very quickly that time. They may change their faith very quickly. So we are here, Insha'Allah, to remember to give shukr to our Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Once we have that, especially in this month of the Prophet ﷺ, and the month of Ramadan, where if we are preparing ourselves for the real fast, then that time when the Ramadan comes, we're not talking anymore about fasting from the food and the water, because now you've prepared yourself from the month of Rajab onwards, from the month of Rajab and Shaban, to pull yourself from all the other unusual, extraordinary, unnecessary, not beneficial activities. You're already pulling yourself back. You're already fasting, preparing yourself for that. Then when the month of Ramadan comes, the rahmat will fall, inshallah. We're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for more mercy to reach this nation, because everywhere we're seeing Muslims, either they have completely lost their minds and they're falling deeper and deeper into a mess, or we see Muslims being more and more oppressed by the cruel tyrants of this world. And right now, as we are sitting comfortable here, there are so many thousands who are suffering. If we compare ourselves for a split second, our life and theirs, that time the door of complaint is going to close. We must close the door of complaint. As long as the door of complaint is open, the door of rahmat will not open. Close the door of complaint and the door of rahmat will open. Insha'Allah Rahman, we're asking for more mercy and more forgiveness, and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us more faith and strength to continue in this way. And for the ummah and for the murids to wake up, to understand, to give thanks, to close the door of complaint, to open the doors of shukr, so that rahmat may rain on us, for us to have more intelligence to follow the guidance and to follow the correct rope of Allah that we must hold on to. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Astaghfirullah al-azim wa atubu ilayh.